Shalom, shalom. This is Shalom from the Great Millstone Atlanta Church. Before I get started in this lesson, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to my elders and apostles, the Great Millstone that taught us His truth. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopefully let scattered throughout the four corners of the earth that mainly consist of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and also the Israelite foreigners like the other nations that's joined to us. To you I say Shalom. This lesson is going to be titled, We're Looking for That Upgrade. And what made me want to do this lesson is because, these other nations, they treat you like shit. They treat you like shit. They look at you like you nothing. They look at you like you stupid. They have no respect for you, especially Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, but also Elam, the so-called East Indians, the Arabs, Ishmael, Moab, the Chinese, on and on. All these heathen nations, they look at us like we're nothing. But hey, we're looking for that upgrade. And when we get that upgrade, Lord's willing, I'm part of that number. It's going to be one hell of a time for you heathens. And that's going to last forever after that. First, the Lord is going to take down your kingdoms. Then the men that you hate so much, He's going to give spiritual powers to. And it's not just going to be healing. Of course, we're going to be healing. We're going to be working miracles. As a matter of fact, real quick, let me go to St. John chapter 14. You know what? I'm gonna start from the top. St. John chapter 14, verse 1. It says, "Let not your heart be troubled. Ye believe in the Most High, believe also. Ye believe in the Most High, ye also believe in me." This is Yahweh Shah speaking, the one who the world calls Jesus. It says, "In my Father's house are many mansions, and if it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you." And those mansions, if you go into the meaning of that word mansions, is dwelling places. So the Lord has many dwelling places, for us to live in. Those might be other planets. It might be chariots. It could be different spots on the earth. Of course, we're gonna have spots on the earth because we're gonna have to live here. You're gonna have men ruling over these other nations. So we're going to have places here as well. But the main thing, let me keep going down. Verse 12, "Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, shall he do also. And greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father." So those works, a lot of those works are going to be things that you only think will happen in a movie. Things that you can't even wrap your mind around. Unbelievable things. Just think of every weapon on this earth. These heathens have all type of bombs, all type of high-powered guns, large caliber guns, all type of artillery, rocket launchers, all this stuff. But it won't touch the elect. And when and those men that have spiritual powers, it's not gonna penetrate anything. So that's one way that these nations are gonna be broken down, and they're gonna be scared of the elect. They're gonna be scared of the men that the Lord raised up to put these other nations in check, to put them in check. That's why there's going to be finally peace. Because if they mess up or go to war, That may be the end of the end of their existence as a race. Esau Edom's already going to get dealt with after 1,000 years. Just like they, Jake might commit murder or something, and they tell him, all right, you got to serve 20 years, and after that, you get the death penalty. That's what's going to happen to them. They got to serve 1,000 years in slavery, and after that, the death penalty. Thus said the Lord, thus said the scriptures. But right now, I'm focused on the spiritual powers, because that's what's going to make these other nations finally submit unto the sons of God, the elect, the 144,000. So let's go right now. First, let's go back. Also, you can read more about this in 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verses 50 on down. It's a lot to read, so I'm not going to get it. But that talks about how the elect is going to be changed. But right now, let's go to Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 20. It says, "Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For with thee I will break in pieces the nations, and with thee I will destroy kingdoms." The Lord has men that's on earth right now that's doing this work. He's going to give power for them to break these nations into pieces. And when they say break into pieces, that's talking about destruction of the governments, the destruction of the Yahweh Shai, who the world calls Jesus. He's going to destroy their armies. It talks about that in 2nd Esdras chapter 13, Isaiah 34. And when Yahweh Shai put that work in, he going to have those men that he blessed with those powers, and they going to put everybody in check. It says, with thee also will I break in pieces man and woman, and with thee I will break in pieces young and old. They're not going to spare you if you're an old woman or a baby. That's not going to matter. I'm going to get into that a little bit later. It says, and with thee will I break in pieces the young man and the maid. With thee also break in pieces with thee shepherd and his flock. And with thee will I break in pieces the husbandman and his yoke of oxen. And with thee I will break in pieces the captains and rulers. So the elites of this world, you're gonna be the hardest working slaves in that day. So I skipped over verse 21. This is one of my main ones. It says, and with thee I will break in pieces the horse. The horse is symbolic for power, So a lot of the power of these armies are their tanks, their military vehicles, their aircraft, the aircraft carriers, submarines, jets, all of that. None of that's going to touch the elect in that time. All of it's going to get destroyed by the 144,000 men of the Lord. The 144,000 saints. It says, and with thee I will break in pieces the chariot and his rider. Yeah, the power is going to be destroyed. The chariots, which are the vehicles. Salaki, I said, the horses, it represents the power, but the chariots are the actual the vehicles. It says, and his rider. So the men that's operating those particular vehicles are going to get destroyed. That's going to be something. That's like some Incredible Hulk type stuff. That old Hulk movie where he was snatching, planes out of the sky and all of that. Hey, this is going to be real. But it's going to be done spiritually through the power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Now, real quick, I want to go to Isaiah chapter 41, and I want to make a point right here. It says, I'm gonna start at 14. It says, "Fear not, thou worm Jacob," because right now we feel that these heathen nations got an upper hand on us because they can talk shit. They can look at us all crazy. They can call the police on us. They can lock us up. They can do all these things. But we have that hope and that faith that the Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is going to give us the abilities to break these nations down, to break these heathens down. So they can look all they want. They can do whatever they want to us. But in that time, man, it's all hell gonna break loose. It's gonna go from Jacob's trouble to heathen trouble. And that heathen trouble is gonna last a long time. That's why the Lord said, "Fear not," because we really shouldn't fear anything but Him. He has the power to bless us with those powers, and He has the power to deny us. It says, "Fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel. I will help thee, said the Lord Yahweh, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. Behold, I will make thee a new sharp thrusting instrument having teeth. Thou shalt thrust the mountains and beat them small, and shalt make the hills as chaff." And of course, in the scriptures, the hills and the mountains represents the governments. We're not gonna be literally thrusting mountains. Even though if we wanted to, we'll be able to do that, but that's not what it's talking about. It's talking about the powers of the governments. All these different countries, all these different nations, they're gonna be broken down. It says, "and beat them small." I have to put up with these heathens all day, and I'm not the only brother. It's a lot of brothers that work around a lot of heathens, and you catch a lot of bullshit from them. And you just think, all I got to do is keep doing what Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai called me to do, and that's this work. And staying faithful to this word, staying faithful to teaching, staying faithful to the different laws that you can keep. Now, when you go into this word, it says having teeth, because most living things have teeth, but this is not talking about teeth. Let me see, what is this word?
Strong's H6374. Pifioth.
Pifioth. Let's go into the meaning. It says tooth, edge, mouth. But that word also go into two-edged sword as well. It's mentioned twice in the scriptures. So let's go to Isaiah 149 and 6. Salakia. Psalms 149 and 6 and Isaiah chapter 41. You already know what Psalms 149 is about. So let's try it. Let's see if we can get it. That's verse 6. Psalms 149 and verse 6. This whole chapter is just amazing to read. It's really it really builds your faith, and it's when it comes to vengeance on these heathens. It says, "Let the high praises of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai be in their mouths, and a two-edged sword in their hand." And that two-edged sword is the same word as having teeth in Isaiah chapter 41 and 15. That's the same word. So we literally gonna have instruments that the Lord is gonna bless us with to break these nations down. Something that they ain't never seen, ain't never even thought of. Something that they won't even be able to figure out what is that, how is it working. All they know is that they're gonna fear it, and they're gonna fear the ones that's holding it. It says to execute vengeance on the heathen and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgments written. This honor have all his saints. This honor have all his saints. Praise ye the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So, hey, that's a beautiful. This is a beautiful chapter right here. You know, when it comes to vengeance. Because it's no way that you can believe in a higher power. He's dealing with everybody, and all the shit that you done did to the people of Israel, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans throughout history. They already know who we are. They know exactly who we are. And that time is coming real soon, where the Lord is going to make this upgrade for the nation of Israel, the 144,000 men. So with that, I pray that this was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to my elders and apostles, a great millstone that taught us his truth. Shalom to the elect.